There, beat it! Here comes the law!
I'm just trying to put a dot on the end of that sign.
Thanks.
Well, it looks like you need a new gun. Here, try mine.
Glad to know you're going to think fast. How's your shooting?
Oh, I don't know. Not so fast, but maybe faster.
Anything like this?
Looks like you need a new teacher. Watch me.
Anything else, Dr. Wilson?
That's all, thanks.
Oh, Doc, if I see any cash customers, I'll send them in to see you.
Do that.
But remember, nothing on the cuff.
That's right. Goodbye, boys.
Goodbye.
Give me a box of slugs, Dad.
What size?
45.
Looks like another lunger.
They all arrive in Arizona, sooner or later.
Don't let them worry you, son. That's only Fred Palmer and a couple of his gun tutors.
Fred Palmer?
Yeah. Half of the town fears him and the other half hates him.
Well, how about you?
I'm still alive, ain't I?
I'll say so very much.
Anything else?
No, thanks. That'll be all.
Yes, sir. I once knew a fellow with a cough just like yours.
Yeah?
Yeah. And he died.
No.
Yeah.
Well, are you sure that was the end of him?
As sure as I'm standing here.
Well, thanks. Keep the change, Dad.
Kind of tough on that old hombre, eh?
Hello, Rita.
Hello, Senor Palmer.
You can't do that, big boy. Well, see if I can do this.
Wait a minute. We'll take care of him, Chief.
Steady, old boy. Steady, old boy. I suppose you never said no in your life but once. And that is when the bartender asked you whether you had enough. Now listen, you just run along there. Be a good boy now.
You know, Rita, I was just wondering that some...
Cute, isn't it?
I'll say she is.
Say, I had a friend with a cough just like yours.
And what happened?
He died.
Thanks. Say, you don't happen to make your living by digging graves, do you?
Oh, please, Fred, don't.
This place is for gentlemen only. No gringos allowed. Savvy?
I'm sorry, amigo, but I'm not used to taking those kind of orders. And you'll have to soften your tone a bit if you want to talk to me.
Well, how would you like me to aim a hot slug?
I don't want any trouble with you, amigo. And I don't like to fight.
You've called my cards. Now I want a showdown.
Is there any way we can avoid this? I'll vamoose. Go home.
You're yeller.
Well, if I've got to fight.
Oh, come on, let's get him. Stand back.
There'll be no odds against one sick man. Hey, Sheriff! There's a couple of guys parking on each other, and they're sure getting rough.
What's going on here? Just a friendly little argument, Sheriff.
He's right, Sheriff. We were just trying to see who could take the most punishment.
Well, the next time you want to test your strength, find yourself an empty corral, will you?
Thanks, Sheriff.
All right, boys, back to your fun. Start up your music.
That was a great fight.
You're a better man than I thought you were. From now on, we'll understand each other.
Pals always. Say, I just heard your name over mentioned. You don't happen to be Fred Palmer from Chihuahua, Mexico.
What about it? Who are you?
Why, I'm Bill Austin, and I rode all the way from Chihuahua just to meet up with you. And if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to you.
Go ahead.
Privately.
Privately, eh? Anything you've got to say to me, you'll say it right here.
I have a message from the big chief.
Chief? What chief?
Chief Gonzalez from Juarez. And he told me to tell you that... And another thing, I know what you're doing. You're rustling cattle and driving them across the Mexican border to feed those rebels.
Shh. Not so loud. Now get this straight. We're willing to sell to the Federals as well as the revolutionists. It's only a matter of price with us.
And it's only a matter of a job to me. Do I fit in?
Consider yourself among friends.
I always did. Thanks.
Say, Bunny, I don't like that cough of yours. There's a couple of lung doctors in town here. You'd ought to see one of them.
Thanks, Palmer. And we'll get into details later? Fine. Adios, senorita. See you again.
Hasta luego, senor.
Listen, Rita. No more flirtation from you. You understand?
And he has a cough that sounds just like old Bill's.
Yes, yes. And I buried old Bill.
Say, that friend of yours who died, did he have a local doctor?
Yes. Yes. Doc Wilson.
Doc Wilson.
Say, your cough sounds much better since you had that fight.
Thanks. I'm not suspicious, but I'd like to take the right precaution. Would you direct me to Wilson's home?
You bet your boots I can.
Say, what's your name?
But you don't know me?
No.
Why, I'm Tulsa Pete, the terror of the prairies.
Tulsa Pete?
Yeah.
Why, everybody knows you. Sure.
Hey, what's your name?
Bill?
Bill what?
Just Bill. Cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your friend the Eagle. Is he still selling beef to the hungry revolutionists?
Yes, he is. And he's as deadly as a rattlesnake. But you keep your 2 centavos out of this. Hello, Salinas.
Hello, Palmer. And, Senorita Camarillo.
All right, Rita. Grab yourself a cash customer and have a dance. Did you get rid of the herd?
Yeah, but I had to sell them to the rebels at a loss. Yeah, 5,000.
How come?
The Federals are driving the rebels further back up to the hills. I had to sell quick or lose the whole herd.
It wasn't worth the trouble we took.
Yeah, but it didn't cost you anything.
This is Doc Wilson's house.
Thanks. Doc! Anybody home? Anybody home?
Do you wish to see my father?
Why, yes, if the doctor happens to be your father.
He'll be back soon. There's a waiting room in his office.
You know, it's cozy and home-like here. Much better than the waiting room.
Rather.
Oh, rather? Well, just for that, I'll help myself to your jolly well candy. Don't you know? Miss Wilson, that's more than I can do.
What are you talking about?
Do you find it easier reading a magazine upside down like that? Harris is the name. And yours?
Fresh from Texas, I'll bet.
Yeah, how'd you guess it?
It's written all over you.
He's over there chewing the rag with old man Wilson's daughter. And hoping and praying that the old man won't show up.
A regular sheik.
Yeah.
He's after them all. Every woman's weakness, huh?
Huh? Why burden me with your troubles?
Right. What's all this about, anyway?
You must have had plenty of experience with girls to be such an artful flatterer.
Well, I have yet to meet one that doesn't like flattery.
Here's one.
One? One what?
Oh, go finish the box of candy.
Well, thanks. Have one. Taste awful nice. Just a little bite. Nice?
Well, Dad. What do you think you're handling? A Texas steer?
Oh, Doc.
You want to see me?
Yes, Doc. In regards to my lungs.
Your lungs.
Yes.
Come into my office.
Thanks, Doc. You better come along and hold my hand. Might need you.
Sit down.
Thanks, sir.
Now, don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you.
No?
Breathe. Open your mouth. Open your mouth and say, ah. 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 Louder. Ah! Oh.
What's the bad news, Doc?
Just a slight irritation of the bronchial tubes. You'll be all right in a few days.
What? You mean to say there's nothing wrong with my lungs?
No, there's nothing wrong with your lungs.
Well, if... Say, you know, that's the best news I've had for a long time, Doc. Say, how much do I owe you?
That's all right. I'll catch up with you sometime.
Gee, that's swell. Hello, Rita.
Hello.
Where you going?
Are you interested?
Well, it's a nice day.
You must be God's gift to lonesome women, even the doctor's daughter.
Oh, so you've been spying on me, eh?
Well, that would be telling.
Rita, do you know what a chiseler is?
No. But I do know that sooner or later, all secrets come to me.
Well, you're just the kind of a girl I've been wanting to meet.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm. Who opened that door?
I don't know. I was looking at you.
I just learned that Doc Wilson is going to take his cattle over to new pasture tomorrow on the North Range.
That's too close to home.
Yeah, but you don't run any risk. And I have a great sale for him across the border.
What are you doing tomorrow night, Rita?
Why worry about it?
Hey, who is that fellow?
Oh, just a gun-toting lady killer with lung trouble.
Oh. Well, I don't like his looks. Seems to me that I've seen him someplace before in Mexico.
Maybe he was there. I'll see you over the house tonight. I've given you fair warning. If you place the slightest value in your life, you will...
You got me wrong, Palmer. The youngster here was telling me that the Cattlemen's Association were having a dance tomorrow night, and she was trying to choose between you and me.
Huh. Are you trying to be funny?
Birds of a feather flock together. So let's settle this the easiest way.
What you meant as an apology is an insult.
Thanks.
Oh, I get you. Let's make it back to back. Plus 10 paces. Let's go.
Oh, please, Bill, don't fight over me.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Wait a minute. I got an easier way for you.
Yeah?
See that target there?
Yep.
Bullseye center. Winner takes all.
Beat that if you can.
Rita, you're in luck. Meet you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock sharp.
That'll be fine.
Hello, Tom.
Oh, there. You know, Bill, I feel like a jailbird hanging around out here.
Well, it was your idea, Tom, so we wouldn't be seen in town together.
Yeah, right you are, but it was your idea to join up with the Mexican government secret service.
Yeah, but, you know, we've got to stop those rustlers from running beef across the border to feed those rebels. Well, we got a good start. Tomorrow I start riding for Fred Palmer.
Yes, and I have a hunch this fellow Palmer's at the head of these rustlers.
You know, I believe he does the work for somebody else. On that side of the border.
Who?
You know, the Mexican Federals insist that cash and brains are supplied by the revolutionists.
Yes, I know. And before this thing's over with, you'll find out it's the same gang that killed your brother and rustled his herd.
Well, I'll never be satisfied till I avenge his death and wipe out those rebels that are operating on this side of the border. Say, Tom, and tonight I...
Can I get you a drink, Bill?
No, thanks. I'm all right.
The gang will be waiting for me at the house. But I'll stay here with you. You might be needing me.
You go ahead, Fred, and I'm going to get under the covers. You'll give me the details later.
I'll see you before I turn in.
I'll be okay, Fred.
Now listen, Fred. I want you to understand one thing. I've seen that fellow someplace before. Now, just what do you know about him?
Oh, you're always talking about him. You're too suspicious. He's fast on a horse and quick on the draw. And we need a guy like that with this outfit.
Uh-huh. One thing I can't understand, why did my outfit send me an American?
For the same reason that you're hiring Americans to do your dirty work. There's renegades on both sides of the border. And either he joins with this outfit, or you can count me out.
But the rebels are fighting for a just cause, and they'll win.
You drop a silver peso in the lap of any of your political friends, and they'll start their own revolution.
Now, Dr. Wilson starts moving his herd in the morning. We'll intercept him and run him across the border just west of Nogales.
It wouldn't be a good idea to trail Doc Wilson's cattle. It's too close to home.
Uncle Sam has placed an embargo on food and munitions, and an army cannot exist without both of them. It's too late for you to back out now.
Nevertheless, true. But Wilson never moves his cattle without an armed guard.
Well, if there's any killing, if that's what you mean, Captain Salinas will take care of it. Because I'm riding with you.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, I'll pick up my new partner in the morning, and we'll check on Wilson's movements. Then I'll meet you and the gang in Pinto Canyon.
Now you're talking.
Buck, you haven't had much to say tonight, have you?
Well, there isn't much to say after you fellas have had your conversation.
Personally, Bill, I hate the idea of tackling Wilson. I'm not a traitor, don't get me wrong.
Those are my sentiments, Fred, but I hate to crack the ice. But you can count me in on anything you do, Fred.
Salinas has his trap all set from back in the hills.
Say, we might be able to persuade Wilson to let us cut through Pinto Canyon without letting him in on the secret.
We'll try it, and we'll figure out our alibi for the gang later on.
Well, let's split the wind.
What's the trouble, Jane?
I just heard that Hank Watson had placed an armed guard on the plains, and that he was going to try to stampede your cattle if they tried to drive them through.
I hold a government lease on that property north of Pinto Canyon, and we're not going miles out of our way just to please a half-cracked scoundrel who fence in government property.
Perhaps we better avoid unnecessary trouble, Dad.
If I do that, Watson will think I'm afraid. No, not that.
Shortcut through Pinto Canyon. We'll help your herd, won't we, Bill?
You bet we will.
No, that's splendid. Come on, Dad. We have no time to lose.
Oh, all right.
When I see Palmer and his pal actually helping put Wilson's herd through the pass, I naturally consider him a traitor.
What? Why, Morgan, you must be loco.
Yeah? Well, he's double-crossing you, all right. And from now on, I'm bossing the gang for you. And we still have time to finish what we started.
Now, just a moment, Morgan. This thing is too serious to jump at conclusions. I want until tomorrow noon to double-check on Palmer. If after that hour I find that he's a traitor, I promise to appoint you chief. Now, the gang had better scatter, and you can get them together later.
Or you can depend on me, all right.
Get out.
I'm sorry, this is as far as we can go, Miss Wilson.
Oh, that's all right. Dad and I are grateful for what you've done.
Don't mention, miss. We're sorry we can't go all the way with you. By the way, Miss Wilson, the Cattlemen's Association is throwing a nifty dance tonight, and I sure would like to take you.
Pull in your horns, big-hearted. I met her first. And besides, you'll be cheating yourself if you don't go to that dance with me.
Don't forget, Bill, you made a date with that little senorita, and she'll scratch your eyes out if you try to ditch her. Looks like I'm going to be out of luck unless I can get some young lady to go to that dance with me tonight.
I'll be delighted to go with you, Mr. Palmer.
Do you mean it? I'll call for you at 7 o'clock sharp.
I'll be waiting for you.
Hey, come...
Hello, sister.
Hello.
Aren't you going in?
No.
Oh, hello, Rita.
Oh, hello.
Rita, I want you to meet Miss Wilson. Miss Wilson, this is Rita.
Good evening. Good evening. I'll see you inside.
All right.
Where's your funny-looking friend? I'm getting tired of waiting for him.
Well, if you're waiting for Bill, I'd forget about it. You see, Bill's a very changeable fellow, and he might have forgotten about your date. In fact, I think he has. Good evening.
Hello, Rita. I've been
Hello.
looking all over for you.
Well, here I am.
Well, let's go in and take it to...
Well, don't be so rough about it.
Oh, no, it's all right. Come.
Now listen. You act as though you really like it.
I do.
Wait a minute. Don't be so rough. This is a dance, not a wrestling match.
I'm not trying to be rough. I'm trying to inject a little pep into the party.
Oh, yeah?
Hello, Lady Stealer. I hope you're having a good time tonight. Well, go ahead and spell it. What's on the mind?
Bill, if anyone told me this could happen, I'd consider them crazy. Loco.
You mean Jane?
Yes, I'm for sure. If anyone told me that I could take anyone lady seriously, I wouldn't believe them. But this is straight from my heart for the first time in my life. Now, can you imagine me?
Dad? Do you mind if I go out riding with Mr. Palmer?
Palmer? You think it's all right? Go out and enjoy yourself. I'm going to ride out the range and see if everything is all right there.
Now get this, Morgan. I want you to deliver this to the girl pronto. You know, I think Palmer is coming around to his senses. He's going to let the women alone and tend to a little business.
All right, Chief. But don't you forget, if anything happens to Palmer, I want his job.
Yeah, I know. I've got you in mind. But I want you to get this to the girl at once.
All right. Do you know where Dr. Wilson lives?
Yes, sir.
Do you know his daughter?
Yes, sir.
Well, take this note over to her.
Yes, sir.
And make it snappy.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Miss Wilson.
Good morning, Bill. Say, that was a nifty suit you had on last night.
Yes?
Did you enjoy yourself at the dance?
Well, not so good, but it could have been better. Well, how about stealing a little of your time today?
Oh, I wouldn't mind, but I've already promised to go riding with Mr. Palmer.
Are you Miss Wilson?
Yes,
I have a message for you.
thanks.
Oh, a man in town told me to give that to you.
What's wrong, Dave?
Please, Bill, don't ask me again.
Good morning, Jane. Howdy, Bill. Are you ready for our little ride?
How dare you talk to me, you ex-convict?
Nobody knew about this. Only you and me. You dirty sneak. You told her.
You're wrong, Fred.
You want Jane for yourself. You knew you'd make her despise me by telling her about my past.
Your past?
Yes, and I trusted you, you dirty sneak.
You can't talk that way.
Yes, that cough saves you again.
Here you are, Fred, old boy. Have another one.
You bet I'll have one. Good luck.
That's the boy. That's the boy. You know, I can't get over that rotten trick that he played on you. Pretending to be your pal and then stealing your woman. But I warned you, my boy. I warned you.
Don't worry, Silanus. I'll get even with that double-crossing rat if it's the last thing I ever do.
Hey, Salinas is a great guy to egg a fellow on to murder.
There's going to be fireworks around here.
Yeah. I think I'll warn the fellow with the call.
Jane, you've just got to invite Fred up to see you.
Do you expect me to be blind after reading that note?
You don't know who wrote it. Why even pay any attention to it? It might have been from that girl Rita.
So I wouldn't pay any attention to it.
No. You think a great deal of your friend, don't you?
Yes, and he thinks a great deal of you, too. In fact, he told me that you were the first girl he ever cared for. Jane, I'm riding away soon. And you might as well know the truth now as later. I'm the convict that note referred to.
No.
I'll be drifting now. By the way, I'll send Fred over so you can take that ride you promised him.
That's the boy here.
All right.
Have another one. You bet.
Good
Take it
luck,
down.
good luck,
Fine,
good luck.
Go ahead.
Hey, cowboys, anybody? Hey, somebody around here. Whoa, whoa, baby. Hey, is Bill Harris around?
No, he was here, but he left a little while ago.
You know where he went?
Said he's going to find Mr. Palmer. What? Is anything wrong?
Palmer's gunning for Bill. There's going to be a sure killing. Go and get a horse. Come on, get out of here. Hey, baby. Hey, everybody.
Come on, Fred. You can stand one more. There you are. Throw it in you. Fine. Oh. Here he comes now. When he talks to you, don't forget what you're supposed to do.
You just leave it to me.
That's the boy. That's the boy, Fred.
Hello, Palmer.
Don't hello me, you dirty double-crosser.
Why, you got me wrong, Fred. I just come in to explain.
You can't tell me anything. I seen plenty. Now go for your gun.
Why, you're drunk, Fred. Why, you don't know what you're talking about. Come on, Fred. Let's take a walk and talk it over.
I don't, eh?
That's the boy, Fred. At last you're really getting some sense. Come on, Fred. Now's our chance to ride out and get that Wilson herd pronto. All right. Come on, Fred. Take it easy.
Fred! Wait, I want to talk to you.
Say, wait a minute, boys. I just got the lowdown on Bill Harris.
What's eating you now?
Well, he was down there in the county jail And he spilled the whole thing to Pete Hansen. Why, he's a Secret Service agent for the Mexican government.
Yeah, that's what I figured he was.
Well, he's in there on the floor. He came here looking for trouble, and he got it, and got it plenty.
Yes, you bet he is. Now listen, let's get on our horses, drive the Wilson head across the border. Come on.
All right.
Come on, Molly.
Wait a minute, Fred. Whoa, what happened, Bill? Palmer is crazy drunk and riding for the Wilson range with Salino and his gang. Well, if you can ride and warn Wilson, do it. I'll get the sheriff and the posse together. Oh, sheriff, posse! Come on, get a move on that. Posse!
Hey, Bill, I heard you had some trouble in town with Palmer.
Yes, and he's riding over to your father's place now. Come on, let's get over there.
Hey, what's the matter now? Come on.
This is as far as we're going.
Say, what's the matter? You turning yellow?
No. And I'm not going to help kill any man and run off his cattle just because his daughter turned me down. And I'm not going to stand for any more of your dirty work.
Oh, you ain't, huh?
No, I ain't.
There, beat it. Here comes the law.
Will you forgive me for acting this way? I'm sorry. I never gave Bill a chance to explain.
Bill's never been anything but your friend, Fred.
Tell him who wrote that note.
Never mind, Thompson. I understand. And I'm grateful you got him before he could raid the Wilson outfit.
But who told you who I am?
Buck Morgan. He gave me the lowdown.
I'm sorry, Fred. I was going to give you a chance to get away.
I wish it was anyone else but you, Bill.
But I get the man who killed my brother.
I swear I didn't kill your brother, Bill. I wasn't at the ranch that night.
Well, who did?
I can never turn squealer, but...
Oh.
I had to tell you, Thompson. It was a case of self-defense.
It's a lie. You shot him in cold blood and you shot him in the back.
No, I didn't. I tell you.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
him, boys! 2 of you come with me!
Like he's done for.
Take care of Morgan, boys.
The sheriff and Fox will be here in a moment.
Yes, and we're going to take you to the hospital right away.
I should have known you were on the level with me, Bill.
That's all right, Fred.
You'll have another chance. I know you two love each other.